I think we're live. Let's look. Yes, we are live. Boop, 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 boop. Hi, everybody. This is Sue with Awakened Stories here today with King John Smarty. Hey, Smarty, how are you?
I am fantastic. What's up, young lady?
Ew, well, so much has been going on. You've posted so much in the past 2 days. So we got a lot to talk about.
That's right.
Um, yeah. So
Oops.
that's me in the background.
Yep. I got a poster for the Jedi's, the
Yeah.
crew,
Yeah.
the crew that's about to be restored so we can get the shit done.
Yes, done, baby. All right. So you've released batches of angels in the past 2 or 3 weeks, lots of angels. I think we're up to 110, team 110. Can you tell? I think the first few batches were down in Antarctica, kicking some butt. Can you tell us a little bit about their mission?
Yep. Their mission was to eliminate all threats coming out of that area. We've given them plenty of time to come to the light, turn to Daddy, and do what he wants them to do.
Yeah.
Um, the wild thing is that everybody has communications abilities with Dad, including the dark ones. Okay, so when he's constantly telling you, listen, do the right thing, listen, do this, don't do that, do this, don't do that, stop doing this, start doing that, and you don't listen, then he has his way with you, and then he sends me in to do what I got to do. Um, and recently, he's been sending the angelic forces to handle business. So some of the stuff that you guys are seeing now in your you know in your pre how you say that preview whatever.
Periphery?
Yeah, so you're going to start, some of you guys that are already seeing it, especially some of the forces. Now remember, I said not all angels have wings, and not all angels are light beings, because they are literal soldiers, platoons that we call angelic forces as well. So you got a mixture of galactic, angelic, etc. So when we release certain groups, they're all going out and doing what Daddy wants them to do, and these groups are connected straight to Dad. Um, I reinforce what Dad wants me to reinforce. However, the orders are coming from him. So
Awesome.
when he sends, what he does, he has me go into the angelic realms, the angelic castles, open them up and let them loose, and then gives them the orders, and then has me reinforce their orders. So if he's giving you orders to go inside Antarctica and eliminate all threats, that's exactly what happens. Now I will tell you a story of what happened in the base that they won't admit to right away, because they've already planned to tell the story differently. So what happened was the angelic forces went up in there, and um, they pretty much eliminated all threats, and those that weren't threats were pushed to the side. And you're talking about people that are in Antarctica against their will, working for the dark forces. Now, these individuals are innocent by all means. They're being forced to do what they're they're doing. It's kind of like blackmail. You know how you don't want to do what they want you to do, but then they blackmail you into doing it because they got you on videotape doing something to a minor, that type of shit.
Yeah.
Or they'll just take you and tell you they're going to kill all your family if you don't
Yeah.
complete this.
Yeah.
That's what's happened. That's what's been happening. So those individuals were literally pushed to the side while the other ones were being slaughtered in front of them.
Wow.
One individual says, all I saw were white clouds just come in, and they pushed me to the side gently, and just ripped apart these beings, these cabal members. And him and others, defecated on themselves. Is that they pretty much pissed and shit their pants. So imagine working around a group of beings that are supposed to be almighty and scary and will eat you and kill you right on the spot. And then a bunch of white clouds come in and just rip them to shreds. Okay? Those are what angelic forces look like.
Wow.
Especially the ones that, the higher and higher we go, the more abilities that they have. So these are the guys that literally went in there and annihilated, all in
Antarctica, right?
Antarctica. Yeah, I'm looking at the surrounding bases too.
Yeah.
As you can see, there's more and more videos and stuff coming out of secret bases, secret civilizations, secret tunnels, secret this, secret that. Like, it's all coming out. Full disclosure is happening if you haven't noticed.
Okay. So the recent team, I think it might have been last night, are they working in Antarctica still, or are they doing a different mission?
No, they're overseeing everything and everyone. So they're making sure things get done. I don't know if you noticed or if you saw, the Benjamin Fulford report talks about the bounty on all the satanic cult leaders, or whatever you want to call it. Well, you remember I said that weeks ago. Okay, so not only are we doing it, right, but you got all benevolent forces across the board hunting these dudes down, tearing them to pieces, and getting rid of them. That's what's happening. And we're literally days away from the wealth transfer that everybody's been waiting for. So keep up, just keep up that positive energy. Stop worrying about things. Stop trying to control things you can't control. And focus on what you can do, which is spread love and light to everything you walk by, everyone you talk to, everyone you see, because that's how we're changing things. If you haven't noticed.
I feel better already in the 10 minutes that we've talked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the angelic forces, 6 through 10, were released over this past couple of days, and lots and lots of things happened, and lots of things that they wanted to happen didn't happen because they had a lot of what do you call false flag events. They had a lot of those that they were wanting to accomplish, and nothing happened.
Good.
Yeah, great.
Thank you. And the Olympians are still helping, that you had talked about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but they ain't nothing compared to us.
Okay. How exciting is this?
The Olympians, the Galactics, the Palladians, the this, the that. Man, fuck out of here.
Okay.
The Palladians, the Galactic Federation of Light said this and said that, said this and said that. Well, I'll tell y'all this. If any of these groups come in here just to observe, they get put to work, and then some of them don't like it because now they're forced to stay and clean up. So if nobody's reporting shit like that, then don't even believe them.
All right. Yeah, you see lots of intel providers say the Galactic Federation, the Federation of blah, blah, blah. They're making shit up half the time, but they act like it's the ultimate source in knowledge. And I'm like, why bother? And some of that is not of the light,
Not only that, why aren't these individuals that have these connections doing what me and the Jedis are doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Where's your advanced technology? Where's your tools? Where's your pendants? Where's your free holograms? Huh?
Okay.
All they got is these fucking messages that don't get nobody nowhere. How about you teach people how to do what we're doing?
Love it. Yeah. A couple weeks ago, you had a T-shirt on that said 1212, and then you had several messages to that effect. And then even maybe this morning, you put out I forgot what you put out. But anyways, what is the significance of 1212?
I'm not allowed to talk about it right now.
Dang it. It's not the when everything unveils, like the great intimidation.
I'm not
Come
allowed to say
on.
anything.
Okay, but you can put it out there.
Yeah, well, yeah, everybody's seeing what I'm doing, right?
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Everybody, and those that don't want to see it are seeing it too.
yeah. So
So
so as a citizen, we're supposed to basically be with our family from noon till midnight or something like that. Just, all right, like a little holiday. Okay, so everybody mark their calendars. And dang it. Okay, and you said you had an announcement too, but you can't talk about that either. Okay, won't even ask about that, okay. Um, see, we're zipping right through these questions. A couple weeks ago, we saw pictures of the Aurora Borealis, like all over. And you had indicated through something that it was the light forces kind of showing off, something like that. What was that?
that's exactly what it was. You have different types of spacecrafts, different types of entities, different types of well, beings are the same. And they're just riding around, having a blast, changing things and making themselves visible, just like I've said was going to happen.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So there was no harp involved or anything nefarious, I guess. All right. Now,
No.
what about the full moon and the eclipse? Was that like natural phenomenon or was there something nefarious there?
That was a natural phenomenon. However, they had a bunch of plans that also failed.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's why we're still here, right? From
Yeah.
all the shit, doom and gloom bullshit,
Yeah.
we're still here, aren't we?
Yeah. Okay. So basically there was probably some false flags planned or something nefarious planned to be snuck in and it's been that's been canceled.
Yeah, a lot of the things that they've, tried to manifest has been canceled. You have to realize that these individuals that thought they were in control were also the ones that created some of the biblical texts. Now, when you hear stories like the frogmen coming out of the ground, that's the reptilians coming out to make themselves known and take over the human race. Now, has that happened? No. Will it happen? No. Why? Because we eliminated them, and we're doing that on a daily basis. There's people, places, and things being evaporated, and some traces of our work are left just to show people that we are who we say we are and we are doing exactly what we say we are doing.
Okay.
They call us the unknown forces, right?
Okay. All right. Now,
I only been trying to tell y'all motherfuckers for so long.
now
Excuse my French.
it might have been this morning you put out a command about the Israelis. Okay, it's going to be like the last battle or something. I don't have it in front of me and I don't want to paraphrase, but their surrender is like the last battle is the way my brain remembers it. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so they've already, they've already been defeated, right? Um, their public surrendering and admitting defeat will kick off a worldwide celebration, and that's what we all knew there was going to be a worldwide event, worldwide celebration. That's going to be one of them, and the date that occurs will be the date the world will celebrate for the rest of our lives, and that's a very long time if you haven't noticed. Um, Not only does it does it show the dark forces being eliminated, but the Israelis are backed by the reptilians, the Dracos, vampires, and all other beings or creatures, because I call those creatures, um, suppressing and killing and feeding off of humanity. Those of
Right.
us that are, yeah, feeding off of those of us that are loving beings that all we want to do is live long and prosper and reproduce like we were made to do. Right. So the end of that, the end of the Israelis signifies the end of everything. Even though we know the banking system, the Rothschilds, all these other different Pacers and Colognes and Columbus, all these different groups and names and peoples all around the world. This shows them that all of their plans to control the world and depopulate and be the satanic rulers of this world is about to turn to shit, because that's what you are, shit.
Next.
Next page. Healing and celebrating forever.
Yep. Yep. Are there plans for the US, Mexican, and Canadian borders to be like kind of merged together into one country or republic?
Well, it's not only going to be them; it's going to be the entire world.
Entire world.
And it's also not going to be the way they thought either.
Okay.
You got everybody has to understand that Earth has always been a kingdom, and they literally did what they did down here to separate the
Right.
people,
Right.
because it doesn't matter what color what color you guys are or we are, right? This is one kingdom of many throughout the universe. So it's being restored and it's being reestablished or established, however you want to pronounce that. So um, this will be one kingdom, no borders. Everybody helping and healing and helping and sharing with each other, and I'm the king of it, and it's going to go my way, which is Daddy's way, because who's guiding me to do all this?
So is obviously it's not going to be just our district, it's going to be the entire earth when we talk about this.
It's going to be the entire Earth, along with the entire universe, and this will be one of our trading coins for galactic trade, which is already open, by the way.
Oh,
Galactic commerce is already open. It's open. We're walking into it.
all right. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Um, all right. You've got several, we'll call them types of Holotech hats out. You've got Abundance, which you're wearing now. You've got the Daddy Factor, right? And there's another one. And so the question was, do they have different abilities or different focuses? Each one has a different whatever focus. And what is the range of the hats?
They all pretty much do the same thing: keep you protected, give you clarity, protect from attacks and all that stuff. Um,
Yeah.
all of the products clean out the air around us, whether we see it or not. It just environmental protection does all that. Um, and the only difference is the wording on it,
Yeah.
because it stands for obviously different things, right?
Right. Right.
But as far as the energy and the frequencies, all that is the same. Daddy wanted me to make the Daddy Factor hat just for him, and that's why he had me send it to certain people when I
Yeah.
had to.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the abundance is going to be it's going to be a worldwide thing where we will all live in we will all live abundant lives where um, nothing will be suppressed from us. So that's what
Right.
abundance day, abundance celebrations, all of the stuff that we're working on. It's because of where we're going and what we will be doing.
Okay. Okay.
So that's the same reason why we're having the event that we're having, because Dad wants to make it. He's making it as an example, and we have dark forces already interfering with it all. So, um, again, how do you think you're going to stop your creator? It's not happening.
Okay. Okay. All right. I see you've come out with a wide variety of products. You have bath soap available now. You have like a windbreaker type of a jacket. You have duffel bags. It looked like some backpacks, and there might have been a couple jewelry items as well. So you're
Yep.
really expanding the product line out there so people can be protected, healed, etc. all day long in style.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And
Yeah.
my products are life changing, and they're going to be sought after, if that's how you
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
And you're talking about a bunch of galactics out there that want to wear my stuff because they know I hate it.
And also what I'm finding is even the older stuff has got great value. Like I was giving all my stuff away and then I'm like, shoot. But it's all good because we're helping to heal people, you know?
Well, yeah, and now you have access to more of it, so it's cool.
Yeah, very good. Very good. So we know that Destin is going to be the capital of Earth. So question
Is
is the capital. Okay. Why Destin? Why out of all the places that could have been picked, why Destin?
because there's certain portals here that will there's certain portals here that are easier for ships and stuff to come in and out of.
Okay.
Plus, it's always been a special place, and the people that come around here they realize how special it is, and then you got people that are here and don't even realize how special it is yet.
Yeah, the regular people.
Right, right, right. And then you have dark ones that are here just doing dark shit, and they don't realize they're on the way out. Whether they move out or they're in a coffin, don't matter to me.
Right,
So,
right,
but Destin, and the entire, this whole area is getting ready to be rebuilt, and there's no one that can stop it because um who wants it done?
right,
The
right.
creator of everything is creating it here. I'm just a go between. So if you want to, battle against me because whatever reason it is, you're going to lose. In fact, you already lost. But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, right? Or should I say, I'll let you doubt what I'm saying or doing, and then you'll just have to find out the hard way that it's true. Oh, and back to all the products. A lot of just one of the Jedi's, right? Just one of the crew members who are lacking financial blessings. When they become financially blessed, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to buy up this shit too and give it away.
Yeah,
Just one of them, and we got thousands of us, right?
yeah,
So we're going to have to keep reproducing this stuff for everybody else. So it's not. I, I'm just going to keep producing, 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 producing. That's what I do.
right.
I produce. I restore. I heal. That's what I love to do. Now I do other stuff too, where I remove, delete, destroy, burn, zip, zap, whatever you want to call it. But I would rather do the fun stuff, which is healing and having fun and joking and celebrating and just loving what Dad has given us. So once we're done wrapping this up, we're going to move into a state of abundance, and that's what we're preparing for.
Okay.
Yep.
Excellent, excellent news, excellent news. Um, you've talked about how Destin is going to be expanded, and then you had talked about the transportation pods. Okay, so I'm really interested in that because that can translate to really the entire Earth, and it's probably a transition between even greater technology in the
Yeah,
future. But like for now, we physically have to get in a car, put all of our junk in it, drive, avoid accidents to get from point A to point B, park our car, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of a big hassle. All right. So transportation pods is we would meet at a central location, like a train station, get in with our stuff and be zipped to kind of close to where we wanted to go. Is that correct?
Yep, that's exactly how it would be.
Okay.
Um, you'll have transportation pods, but then you also have merchandise pods along the same tube structure.
Yep.
And then you'll also have within that tube structure, you'll have places for people to run, um, people to use golf carts and just regular travels, even cars if you would.
Yeah.
But um, however, there won't be a need for cars when you start doing all this other stuff for free.
Yeah.
Now we're not going to stop people from having cars like the cabal wants you to do, right? Because I'm gonna have my own sets of cars too, right? So why would I stop everybody
Right.
else from having them? The point of it all is so that it's easier for people to travel and they're not stuck in some fucking traffic jam.
Yeah.
Not to mention a lot of the people that are stuck in traffic jams, because it happens here when the tourist season comes. People are stuck in traffic, and imagine how much gas they're wasting. So look where all their money's going to.
Yeah.
And then we know what those guys are doing with the money. So we're literally empowering the wrong set of individuals. That's another reason why I'm expanding my product line.
Yeah. And of course, the exhaust and the pollution and the time and the frustration, it's very negative. But okay, so you'll probably put the first set of these transportation pods in Destin, but then it would be put in all the major cities, LA, New York, all around the world
Right.
to eliminate traffic jams and all of that. And let's say I get in 5 miles away and I want to come here. Does it go right to my door or does it go to a kind of a station
Yeah,
or
just like a train station, just like a bus station.
okay.
And then from the bus station, you can take your car or you can take, a scooter or a golf cart, depending on what area you'll
Okay.
be.
Okay. All right.
If you ever saw videos of Dubai, they got the similar problem. They got cars everywhere.
Yeah.
But they also have it where it's, straight away, shoom, 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 shoom. And then you got 6 lanes in some cases, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's going to be similar to Dubai, but it's going to be also you're not talking about a small transportation pod. You're talking about a fucking, excuse my French. You're talking about a pod that's bigger than it's like an Empire State Building laying down that big, just going shoom shoom from A to B, right? And these type of pods are going to be, everybody's going to want them because they're going to provide that travel. Imagine going to vacation and you come to the airport, and then from the airport you get on a pod and it takes you right to the resort, and you don't have to do nothing else. And then you'll have these vehicles or these golf carts or even these bikes or electrical conscious driven little vehicles that'll take you from A to B within the area, right? You won't need a car. And imagine it being free with your reservation.
And is it super fast?
Faster than you can blink in some cases. Now here's another thing. We're the pods is one transportation vessel or vehicles, but we also are getting ready to open up the public teleportation. I've already told you where the big one's going to be at. However, there's going to be some within certain locations. Like imagine going from the airport And then when you get to the airport, you go to the resort, and then from the resort, you go into a teleportation, a teleportation door where it takes you right to the beach. So the first teleportation, public teleportations, will be between here and Japan, and then from Japan to Dubai.
Wow.
Yeah, this is what Dad told us already. Um, Things may change depending on what Dad wants. He just might be he might be just having me say that so that people can interfere, and then we change it. After they interfere, we get rid of them and change it.
Yeah.
We don't know. We just follow orders.
Wow. Okay.
Actually, we do know, but we also follow orders.
Okay, because I was like, well, those are illogical places to go to and from in my mind, because I don't know the bigger picture, you know?
That's why I don't argue with people, because it's like, okay, so you know more than Dad, don't you?
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Wow. Okay. That sounds amazing. So, okay. So, like in my head, the process is the wealth transfer, the chambers coming out, blah, blah, blah. So, let's say you get started on the reconstruction of Destin. How long, and I know this isn't fair, will it take to have the city like rehabbed, refurbished, expanded? Like years, months, decades?
Well, there's a little video that shows Dubai from dirt to what it looks like, and it only took about, I think it was like 10 years or something like that. And Dad says we're going to do it faster than Dubai did it.
Okay.
So that what that tells me is that it can be done in 5 years, because not only will we have new technology, we'll have new materials, and that's why he's bringing us crazies all together, like me, David Adair, all the other people that are crazy, right? Um, when we get all of this stuff situated, we will have buildings up in days, if you ask me. I'm in contact with some 3D printing guys, and when they had the hurricane in Florida last year, I had asked them guys how long would it take to rebuild this whole area where the hurricane stuff happened at, right? And the answer was 2 months,
Wow.
right? So now just imagine the new technology, or should I say the old technology that we're about to reuse. It's way faster than 3D printers. We can literally aim devices or aim laser type things in a certain location and form a building instantly. So it can be done in less than a year if Daddy allows us, to be honest. Now you have everybody should know what a 3D printer consists of, right? Imagine having a device where you don't have to use material. The energy itself has the device itself has all the energy to produce what it forms. So yeah.
Would you still need, say, blueprints, like plans, like electrical, water, all that kind of stuff? I mean, we're going to have different power sources as well, so maybe that's not a good question.
No,
But
the answer is yes, but it will all be a blueprint of the design, and then once it's set through the proper the proper software, right?
yeah,
The computer, the device, it'll be boom, and it's all there running. And it's all possible. We know it's possible. If you look on YouTube and you look up resin form devices or printers, these things form the object right out of the water, and as it rises, it forms the structure. So why can't we do that to an entire building, or should I say, an entire pod system,
ooh,
or into an entire island?
okay.
I will say one more thing. When we do get access to all of these devices. Dad has chosen a handful of people to use it for free. So some of the people that we know are going to be using these equipments, and they're going to build things and use it for free. And then eventually we'll probably charge others because everybody's going to want the shit.
Okay. So these devices use energy. Yeah, I know. Where do you go from that? They use energy that's like free energy. It's just out there. We don't have to like burn anything, transmute anything. It's just gonna work.
Yeah.
So you somehow figure out what kind of a building you want, or a pod system, or a this or a that, and you say, bing, make it, and it just works.
Yeah, they also showed you guys in certain movies. The latest one was the Black Panther movie where they she has a tube like system, and the laser is literally forming the device that she wanted. So why can't we do that to an entire city?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not putting limitations on myself, and I'm definitely not putting limitations on our creator, which is daddy.
Wow. Okay, so now thinking the old-fashioned way, you've got an island filled with buildings and businesses and personal property, all that. Do you have to go around piece by piece and buy all that stuff up to convert it over? Like, how's that gonna work?
Yeah, that's what would take the longer time, only because we're not malevolent, we're not Israel, right? We can't just go in and just wipe
Take
out
it.
people.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together a real estate team, and the real estate team's job is to buy up everything in sight, and it will all be under my trust. Once that's said and done, then we will begin the building part.
Okay.
We'll do section by section, only so that it doesn't interfere with regular daily life. But
Right.
once it starts, people are going to be like, "Are you serious? Is this for real? Wait, he's giving me how much for my house?" You know what I'm saying? So we're going to do things in a way where well, we always do things that are not normal, right? So we go down the road, and hey, this house costs a couple $1 million. All right, we'll give them double. Wait, what? You're talking about the richest man on earth, or the richest man anywhere. Yeah, that's the way we're going to do things.
Okay.
That being
Well,
said, we're going to do the same thing to Palestine when that's done.
okay. Yeah, in all the other places, I would assume.
Yep.
Wow. All right. So basically, you buy the land, you buy the properties, it's all in your name. You come up with, you have engineers or whoever to help you design the beautiful buildings and blah, 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 blah. You use this device, it's up, and that device could even make furnishings, curtains, couches. Yeah, I'd love to have one of those, please.
Well, I mean, just think of you've all heard of replicators, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so why not we use that same type of technology and replicate
yeah,
buildings,
yeah,
replicate everything?
yeah. Okay,
We
so
know we know it's real.
in my mind, though, we always had to have a source, like, like in Back to the Future, he uses garbage to power the car, you know what I mean? And we always had to have a source for that energy, or for transmuting the energy, I guess. Um, yeah. So what about stuff like garbage? Like, like when you think of every family puts out a minimum of 1 bag of garbage a day. That's a lot, right? And it just goes to piles or they throw it in the ocean. All of that stuff will be somehow collected and taken care of, I assume. There's some technology.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, and we are doing the same thing to all of the trash trucks. Once the trash trucks collect the trash, it's instantly converted back into energy.
perfect. Okay. I
Remember,
thought you had said that before. Yeah,
yeah, remember that video that I posted with all the different,
yeah.
the different things, and it would be turned back into energy, blah blah blah.
Yeah, like I know there's one about the replicators. The family throws the plates and stuff in the garbage and it transmutes and I'm like, wow, that's like it's so different from our way of thinking now. But I think
Exactly,
it's cool though, you know?
exactly.
So when a city is expanded, there's wildlife that lives in the area. For all right, in Destin's example, you've got your fish, your turtles, your birds. So when the expansion is happening, they won't be harmed, I assume.
Nobody or nothing is going to be harmed.
Okay.
Those are just excuses to keep people out of certain areas, and they're the ones behind it all anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Wow. Switch of time. That's like an amazing project. And so I assume that once Destin is done, other key cities would be rehabbed and made beautiful. And
Well, that's one of the reasons why I say it can happen overnight as well too.
yeah,
I mean, anything is possible. I
yeah.
am not putting limitations on myself, dad, or anybody else.
Right.
I do have a lot of disappointment in all of the so-called leaders or those in charge, that's stalling the process. But at the end of the day, I also like the fact that they're stalling the process, because then they get removed,
Right,
and then we don't have to deal with them down the line.
right, right. Yeah, and I had asked you before several times, of course, why so and so was still out there, why so and so was still there, and your answer was because it's allowed. So basically, there's still more to the plan we don't know, that the dark ones are still exposing more darkness, or there's a reason. Maybe they'll even convert to light. I don't know.
Well,
So
I've already given y'all the answers this morning.
yeah. We have to read all those?
What if we already took everything over?
Yes. Awesome. Awesome.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Wow. That is awesome. All right. Uh,
Well, when Daddy tells me to celebrate, I don't have no problem celebrating, because
yeah,
I know that when he tells me to celebrate, it's because we accomplished something, that needed to be accomplished so that we can move forward in what we are doing.
excellent. Excellent.
Right.
Okay. Um, other questions. How do we clear our pineal gland? Like, how do we just decalcify it?
There's multiple different ways to do it. The easy and the fastest way is to just charge up some of the charge up some drinking water, and look for the one that says a pineal gland enhancement or something like that. I forgot what it was, but that's like 10 years old. Who's still trying to do that now?
Well, I just, I do try to like avoid fluoride, chlorine and all of that. But I wear the jewelry. And so that's like,
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, what is that?
yeah,
What's
yeah,
fluoride?
yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way to chuck it down, but I would, I avoid all of that. But again, I feel like I have protection on me, so that makes it easy. It's
Yeah,
passive.
that is true. That is true. Very true. The reason why I say the stupid shit that I say is because I know that fluoride and any other chemical can be changed with just hitting it with frequency.
Right,
And love and life frequency would be the one that you want to use no matter what. And that's why certain people just aren't affected, because we know we have abilities to transmute and change things, and we do it just by knowing we can.
right, right.
Um, Not a lot of people are there yet, so I always make fun of that. But um, it's not my fault you were fucking bamboozled, right?
We'll make fun of them just for fun. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, look, we got family members that are just stupid. What the fuck you want me to do about
Oh man.
it?
Oh well.
They're gonna have a hard time with everything.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a more harder time with realizing that those of us that have been trying to help them awaken and say some of the things we were doing and saying, we're telling the truth, and they're going to have a hard time because of the way they treated us. So don't worry about what you're going through with your family members. Just know deep down inside that you were right. You are right. You will continue to be right. You're connected to dad, and you're connected to a higher consciousness that showed you all of these things were true and right. So what are you worried about?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it would be nice to have indication, but I'd rather, rather than
I ain't that fuck out of here.
rather than say no, 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 boo boo, I'd rather have the new stuff and be able to show them how to live in a better way. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if they don't see us living in a better way right now, something wrong with them, ain't it? Why do you always get everything you want? That's a good question. Why are you not getting everything you want?
Yeah.
Maybe your vibration sucks. I don't fucking know.
You know how many people try to make me get like a regular job? And I'm like, well, I'll do that when I need to. Yeah.
Well, that's a fucking program, because that regular job is powering the system,
Yeah. Yeah.
their system.
Then you got to pay
Our
taxes. Then you got to file for those taxes to get your money back.
Right, and our job is working for daddy, and he takes care of the rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doing what you love is literally working for dad, because he created you to do what you love.
Right.
And I just happen to love waking up and killing people. Oops, did I say that? You might want to mute that shit out.
We can't prove a thing. Oh, that's funny though. That's
They
funny.
really can't. They really can't, because I never left my house, right?
Right.
I'm just this crazy guy talking all this shit. He never leaves his house.
Oh my God. A question a couple weeks ago from someone about like the graduates of today, will they find jobs? And my thought was like, well, it's not going to be the traditional how we live now, but everybody there's plenty of work to be done. Like there's going to be so much work to be done. Don't you agree? That it's really like, what do you love to do? Do you love plants? Do you love kids? Do you love animals? Do you love building stuff? Do you love whatever? And that's what you'll be focused on, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. And we're not going to be focused like we were before. Oh, I've got to work 40 hours in a cube or whatever so I can buy my groceries and gas to get to work. It's not going to be like that. We're going to do what we love. We're going to have enough money to live. So it won't even feel like work, right?
Well, yeah, dad said, and I have to enforce 3-day work weeks. So it's going to be a rotation. Let's say you had 2 employees working full days, working 7 days a week. Now you're going to have two 4 or 5 employees and break it up, and you're going to have to pay them more. So everybody's going to have to compete with us, and there's no competition, which enforces change.
But overall, people would be happy because they're doing things they like to do versus what they have to do.
Yes, yes, and they'll also be able to save more. They'll also be able to do more. Um, there'll be people that will love to clean a toilet for triple the pay. What? I'll clean that shit right now. You want me to do it with a You want me to do it with a toothbrush? No, 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 no. Just clean it. Don't worry about it. Right? You want me to wipe your ass too?
That's funny. Oh my golly, that is
So,
funny.
so people are just going to be all around happy, and we're going to start it here. There's other locations that we're going to do things at, but the main stuff will start here. 3-day work weeks, more time with your family. That's why I got to rebuild certain things first for leisure for my employees, right? We're going to do community buildings just for the employees. Community buildings that have recreation, games, pool, buffets. This is for the employees only. 3-day work weeks. You can save up money and then go do whatever you want to do, whatever you're drawn to do. But we're going to create a platform where it's going to be easier for you to save up money to do what you want to do. And if you want to do what you want to do, or if you need help doing whatever you want to do, whatever you're drawn to do, we'll put a specific program together where we're going to help people do what they want to do what they love to do. So we're going to uplift everyone. And if anybody wants to be against that, you're more than welcome to.
Okay. Wow, it sounds amazing. It is amazing. Yeah.
It is amazing.
I love the pod system idea, and then of course teleportation. Like, think of the resources that will be saved, the time that's saved, aggravation. It's going to be it's amazing, you know.
It's very, very, very amazing. Yes, it is.
And I'm assuming they use this technology on other planets as well. So it's not like they have to reinvent the wheel. It's already there. We just have to like get it.
Yes, and I'm glad you brought that up. Now, imagine being 500 plus billion years old, and you're stuck with the limited bullshit you got to deal with right now.
Yeah.
Knowing you got kingdoms everywhere and you got advanced technology just itching to come through portals to liberate and restore and all the other good shit. This is why I'm gaining weight, because I'm fucking stressed out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it has got to be frustrating because you want to go 1,000 miles an hour and you're going 15, you know, but
yeah,
but you're getting there.
Yeah, it's cool. It's okay. You know, dad laughs at me the whole time.
Yeah.
All the stuff I gotta deal with, all the people I gotta deal with, all the different, yeah, just a bunch of bullshit. And it's like, don't y'all get it? Don't y'all see what I'm doing? Huh? What's wrong with y'all? Don't y'all see what this means? I mean, it's at the end of the day, we're going there. We're all getting there. The advanced equipment and all that is literally days away as well. The location where the chambers are to appear keep glitching. They keep coming in and out of reality. And it's like, why, Daddy? Why, Daddy? Please stop teasing us this way. Yeah. That's why I said this morning also, what if me and my crew changed our appearance? Will you believe me then? So at the end of the day, it's happening. So we're just allowing the process.
Yeah. 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 I've already got, this is what I did with my friends. I said, okay, I need a trivia question from all of you. And I told them my trivia question or my answer about something weird about me, so that when I show up in a different body, they'll know it's me. and I can answer the questions. Plus, it's a fun game to play.
Right.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is just hear me laugh, and you'll know it's me.
Yep, yep, yep. Yeah. Okay. So, there was a question about the Federation of Light. What's the hierarchy, and is Ashtar working for you?
Ashtar was he was demoted.
Mm,
He was demoted because he didn't do what he was supposed to do. So they're all still working for Daddy and I. And the hierarchy is Daddy and me. There's nothing higher than us. And this is what a lot of people will have to come to terms with as we usher in the new reality.
okay. So as we said earlier today, we've got all these different intel providers and channelers and blah, 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 telling us all about these galactic federations and this one and that one and Palladians and all that. None of that matters. Like, you are talking to the source right here.
The boss, right?
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean that, like, why would you waste your time even reading those things like my beloveds? Okay, right there, you've got me. Like, ugh, I'm not reading it.
Why am I censored and they aren't?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, everywhere I'm censored,
Mhm.
everywhere. Then you got these so-called intel providers calling us crazy, like Michael Salas just did. What? Crazy? Okay, that's probably why you haven't had your other interviews yet, right? Because you told the wrong person we was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Well,
It's hard to tell people that experience me and my crew that we're crazy. It's not happening.
yeah,
So we'll see then, huh? We'll see if he's really working for the CIA or not. Now, won't we?
yeah.
We'll see if they're really trying to control the information. Now, won't we? I believe so.
Well, I know some of those guys and I've heard some stuff behind the scenes, and I haven't really said that and I'm not going to, but they're just like everybody else and they're all struggling to maintain their position, stepping on others' heads to climb up the ladder. There's some really, I'd say, negative stuff that they're doing so they get viewers slash the money. And that to me is a real turnoff. They're supposed to be in this for a greater purpose, you know, but
Yeah.
that's just me. Okay. Um, Question about the manifestation bracelet. I think that just came out like maybe a couple weeks ago. Um, the question was, can you manifest negatively with it? And then how best to use it? So no negative can come from the products.
No.
All right. So let's say you have a manifestation bracelet. How, like, do you have to just think what you want? Do you wave it around? Like, how would you use it most effectively?
Um, both ways you just mentioned are good.
Yeah.
Just by having it on and commanding things and do what
Yeah.
I do, I walk around doing this and hitting that and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I even make the sound effects because in my mind, that's what it sounds like. Pow! Oh shit! Pow! 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 Right?
Yeah.
So that's why that's why I do it. Pow, pow, pow.
When I hear that, I think of that Lego movie where they're shooting, and it's just so funny.
Right. And then there's other times where I'm like because that's what it looks like. Bunch of fucking fireballs just
Yeah. Yeah.
so I literally say it. You guys that are around me when I say the shit, you'll be like, oh shit, he's messing something up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm sitting there going pop, 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 done, done, done.
I've seen you done this with your hands, like you'll be eating and then you're doing this or whatever. So I know you're working, even though you're not saying anything. So
That's right. That's right. And then B says this color, that color, and that's just targets. And I'm like, I could be here on the phone and eating something and done. Just and the shit gets
Yeah,
done. The shit
yeah,
is gets
yeah,
done.
yeah,
We
yeah.
we
You guys
work
are
on
you're a powerful team, you know.
yeah, we work on levels that people aren't even hipped, they're not even ready for, and that they'll deny us until they can.
Okay, okay. Uh,
Like the recent report from the DARPA. We went in there and lit shit up, burnt everything to the crisp, and then left it the way that we did. They don't know who did it. They still don't know who did it. And then actually they know we're claiming it, or actually Dad told them that we did it. But do they believe it? No. Do we care? No, because the shit got done.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous.
And what are you going to do about it, huh? What you going to do about it? You're already complaining about the red hats. Imagine the blue hats. You can't. You There's no controlling them. Only me and Dad do. Shit, make my day.
All right. Um, Now we were talking a while ago about, you had received a call which you had recorded and shared, and some people downloaded it and probably shared it around even more. But you had said basically that they didn't want people to know that there's someone out there that can evaporate people, or, armies of people, or this or that. And I was wanting you to clarify what that meant. Uh, like they're not going to be able to control you. Like you're not a weapon. Like you can't, uh, one country can't use you against another or whatever. So can you kind of tell me what that means? Or is it they don't want us to know that there's power? People have power.
Yeah, a little. I am a weapon, by the way. I'm Daddy's weapon on Earth. Um, and what was told to me after I released the Shelton call. Shelton said that they don't want certain groups of people all around the world knowing that there's a man here that can evaporate entire armies. So they don't want me on the calls no more. However, they still have to report to us because of what we can do and what we will do, and what we have to do. Now, all of this is directed and guided by Dad. So if they want to get upset about what I'm saying right now, I don't care. That being said, we will continue to do what we do, and you will continue to report to us so that I can do what I have to do to liberate the earth, free humanity, and spread the wealth like I'm supposed to. Um, that's all that is. The DoD said that there's parts of the DoD. The ones that reported to us are the security teams and others. Now, the other DoD told them, "Why didn't you tell us about this guy?" The response was, "We did. You didn't believe us."
Mm.
Okay. Now, I've said this over and over again, and I'm making it clear right now. I'm the boss. You're going to do what Daddy wants you to do, or you go visit him. Period. End of discussion. I'm not afraid of any of you. I'm going to do what Daddy tells me to do. And since he's directing me to do what I have to do, guess what's going to get done? His will. So transfer the wealth, get off your high horse, or be slain. Here's the new coins. But y'all know that already, don't y'all?
Wow. Okay. Beautifully said.
Um, I I for one got tired of the fucking calls myself because it was every day bullshit after bullshit, excuses after excuses after excuses. That's one of the reasons why Daddy had me release the call in the first place, because it also exposed them for bullshitting bullshitting and bullshitting, right? Now, we still get the calls. I'm not on them no more, and I don't give a fuck about it, right? Because I know who I am and I know what I am and I know what my job is.
Right.
I'm still getting the reports from them, right? And it's because they have to. So all of y'all better stop fucking around and get it done because people are suffering and you're going to start experience discomfort, and not only you guys but your families because y'all allowing this shit to happen. Consider that the last and final warning, if you would.
So they basically been kicking the can down the road for years and years and years. It was never going to stop.
Nope,
Unless, yeah, you force them.
well, daddy's forcing them. They were never going to let it go. Never, never, ever, ever. They were never going to let it go. And those of you guys that believe certain good guys are actually not, and that's all coming to light too. Now, right now is crunch time for everything. At this point in time in history, whatever you want to call this, it's crunch time, and people are paying the piper like, like it's over. It's over. You think those ships in the skies are military personnel? You think that they belong to Earth? Okay, keep thinking that. It's over. Y'all better get shit done. Because I don't have no problems taking over everything publicly at all. And I'm going to laugh all the way to the bank.
Okay. Wow. So exciting. So we're still expecting, and I mean, I know everything we've talked about can shift and change, and timelines change and blah, 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 blah. And there could be even better things in store, but basically the wealth transfer and the crystalline chambers, at least the one or two that you're expecting to get, will arrive about the same time.
Yep,
Okay,
it's true.
yeah. And then from there, the other chambers will trickle to the right people. They'll be called in, they'll receive their training, and they'll be able to help others. So they'll receive instructions about what to do and where to go, I assume.
Yep. We're going to have chambers everywhere after the fact. Um, and I would rather have the chamber than have the wealth because with our new bodies comes our fully enhanced abilities,
Right,
and we will be able to do more that way as well.
right, right, right,
However, Dad wants the wealth transfer to take place so that multiple people around the world can begin the restoration of Earth.
right.
So, for me to just have the chamber and just change and do that, that will only impact the circle, if you would. If you have the wealth transfer happening everywhere at the same time and people spending money and changing, using the money the right way, you have bigger booms, if you would,
Yeah,
across the planet, energy wise.
yeah.
So I'm not in control of that part.
Although, it would be fun to have massive tons of money to fool around with, it's not about being rich. It's not acting like, that celebrity lifestyle. That's not what it's about. It's about trickling out to other good causes, businesses, people in need. Like, look how many people are out there living in their car on the streets everywhere, or just struggling for the basics. It's horrible. And even in the Jedi Circle, you know how many people I've talked to that are like hanging on by a thread?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Dad knows everything.
Yeah,
He knows it all. And this is another reason why, we work tirelessly to
yeah,
accomplish everything he wants us to accomplish because we know the impact it's going to have for the entire world.
yeah,
And yes, after the fact, you will be able to have and enjoy your, your riches, your fame, your fortune, your whatever the case is. But um, however, it's going to be an ecosystem where everybody is taking care of everybody.
Right. Right.
So you, those days of kids starving in the streets in certain countries is over. I know it's still happening right now, but I'm saying it's over.
Yeah.
So it's over.
Yeah. Good.
That's where we're going.
Good. Okay. Um, are the men in black real?
Yes,
Are they aliens or are they like government guys?
both.
Okay. And they're designed to suppress information about extraterrestrials and technology and all of that.
Yeah, the ones that were.
Yeah. So they're not like good guys, is what I'm getting at.
No, they no.
Okay.
We took care of them already.
Yeah. I thought you said that, but I wasn't sure. Um, RFK Jr. Okay, like everyone's talking about him. And about 2 or 3 weeks ago, he put out a thing about having a worm taken out of his brain. And you had put something about more like a vril. Okay, so was he taken over by a vril? And has it been removed?
Yeah, all of them have. Even the first one to do that publicly was Benjamin Fulford. He pulled it out, and it was a little snake. It was a little. It was a
Yeah,
baby one, but that's what it was.
yeah. Okay. So they've all been taken out of people planet wide, is what you're saying.
Right. They're little. They're yes, 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 yes. But they were little literal drones, right? Kind of like us. We are drones too. We are consciousness stuck in these bodies. So those little things are drones to dark entities, and they go into the person's body and they take over. It's literally what they are. It's literally what they do. That's why people can be good 1 minute and be terrible the next minute, because when you join different groups, they do shit like this to you, and then you don't have the life you thought you had.
Right, right. So you're really a proxy for the dark when you have one of those, I guess we'll call them drones in you.
Yep, yep. And then I gotta come and give you a black eye and pull it out.
Yeah. So those are handled. So Youchy, that like the thought of that makes me cringe, but
Ouch.
so then the question is RFK Jr., the one we see in the public eye, is he a good guy or a bad guy? Like in my mind, he's been replaced long ago.
Yeah, he's been replaced. He's serving his purpose until his purpose is done and over with, and it's he's gone.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because again, in politics, everyone is pushing up certain leaders and, it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
They're all in the same. They're all in the same. The same clique, the same gang, the same bullshit.
Yeah,
Just like Johnny Boy says, it's all true. It's all real.
yeah, yeah,
Um, there are some things that are far way out there um, than than people imagine. I mean, they've been using CGI, MK Ultra, and all of this stuff on everybody, where you think certain people are good or you think certain people are dead and they're not. So we're about to wait. We're about to find out everything now, aren't we?
that is going to be so fun. That's going to
Yes,
be
it
fun.
is. Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
I know we've got certain people that we're waiting to come back and we'll be talking to, so that's going to be so exciting.
Oh yeah, the Smarty parties don't stop.
Yeah. Are we going to rename, for example, the US? Are we going to name it Smarty Land or something?
I don't know what Daddy wants to do with it. I mean, we just might call the whole thing heaven. Who knows?
Oh, that'd be fun too. Yeah,
Why not? Why not?
yeah.
We do have to consider all of the other previous um, inhabitants of the lands, and the Indians. But before that, there was more than Indians. So we're I'm not even sure what to say about that, other than that we'll all have to agree to a certain name, and then or maybe not, or maybe Dad would just have us name it whatever he gives us, because that's what we do anyway.
Okay.
So it's totally up to Dad what he wants to name it, rename it, or keep it the way it is. Um, Everybody else will just have to understand they have no say when Dad says something.
Right. Right. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
But by then we'll know more of the history of our civilization and Earth, so we have a broader understanding than we do now. Yeah.
right. Because this it was called Turtle Island at one time.
Turtle Island,
Yeah.
America
So
or the world?
America.
Really?
Yeah. And that was the Indians. That's what they called it. That's what it was known by, Turtle Island. So at the end of the day, it's totally what Dad wants us to name it, rename it, or keep it America. He was his hand was in the forming of America, even though it was taken over by the cabal, the dark forces, blah blah blah. But he always has a hand in everything, right? We even know this to be true when you had um what's his name shit oh man, what the hell is his name? I keep forgetting. Oh, Saint Germain pop up on him.
Mm.
So he told him what to do and what to say, what to write, and blah blah blah. Sign it, sign it, sign it, right? So Dad always had his hand in it, and those of us of the light always came and went to make sure certain things were anchored in, so that we can get to the point where we are right now.
Awesome. Awesome.
It's unbelievable for a lot of people, but once you understand that everything is energy, and the truth and love and light is the most powerful thing there is, and you see the people operating in that, and they speak with a certain knowing and certainty,
Yeah.
like David Adair says.
Yeah.
um I would just listen up,
Oops.
because I'm not going to tell you something that Dad didn't tell me. I'm not going to tell you something that I don't think is true. I'm not going to tell you and make you do anything that isn't coming from Dad,
Right.
because I understand how free will is and how it works. So my lips are shut until he says otherwise.
You sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Okay. I'm gonna chip away at that 12-12 then, just for the fun of it.
Are you sure about that?
Um, we have all sorts of channels out there, and you add the name quantum to anything, it makes it more cool, I think. But we've got a lot of XLM channels, and all of that. So I wanted to clarify with you, like, is XLM your thing? Is that something you would recommend to people to learn about and invest in?
um I would say yes, only for the learning experience. At one point in time, Dad said XLM would be a good thing to have, um, and that's why I said what I did say about XLM back in the day.
Yeah.
Learning everything that I learned with D Blue and all the other stuff, information that Dad is telling me. Um, I wouldn't touch any other cryptos until everything is said and done. Because we find out recently that the XLM is hooked up to the what was it, the pound or something like that, the CDC something, blah blah blah, and they were trying to use it and start of a whole new currency with XLM and whatever it was. I forgot it was. I think it's anyway. I'll post it if I find it.
Okay.
Which I really don't care about no more, only because Dad said don't worry about it. It's going down. Now we learned since then that there's backdoors to all of these cryptocurrencies. They are stealing the people's money, right? No matter how you look at it, and they it's a cabal system that was literally used for them to funnel money to each other back and forth. Which is why Deep Blue has been at a standstill until the perfect time so that we can reopen. Actually, it's already reopened, but what I mean is where we can use it in a different way than what they're using it now. So Deep Blue is still Deep Blue, and if you notice, the coins are not going up and down because there's nobody in there doing nefarious shit other than the platform itself, which is stellar. So I lose trillions of dollars every day, and then I gain it back every day, right? Every other day, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
One minute is high, the next minute is low. 1 minute is high, the next minute is low. Now, me learning and watching how these digital assets are controlled, I know for a fact that these guys are manipulating that.
Yeah.
Because we were doing it ourselves. So that's why Dad had us put a hold on to everything, refunnel or reimburse everyone's account, which is still happening to this day. 6 months later, it's been a headache. At the same time, Dad is not pushing the issue because he's in control and he knows when we're going to be able to do what we do with it. That being said, I would, if you have Deep Blue and you have XLM or whatever else you have, I would put it back into your Deep Blue account, or just hold it for the right time to put it back into Stellar or whatever the case is.
Okay.
Because there's nothing going to be more protected than Deep Blue, and there's a reason for it. It's because it's Dad's coin. It's just like the fiat. I mean, cryptocurrency is nothing but free fiat. We all know this, and that's another thing that we learned. We just created trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars in coins, and it's all fiat until people buy in. When people buy in, it becomes real, right? So what happened was people were buying in, just as Daddy wanted them to do,
Right.
and then behind the scenes, they were stealing it from us. You got these little robots that no longer have access, constantly taking bits and pieces of it until it was all gone.
Right.
That's what happens.
And people have no recourse because it's like, it's an investment and there's no recourse.
Right. So now we see how others like Whiplash and all the other guys did it. And now we exposed it. And we're getting to the point where they won't be able to do it no more. And this was the purpose of it all. Now, everybody invested in Deep Blue. Y'all didn't lose. Nobody lost. You don't have access to it the way that you should. I mean, you do have access, some of you guys, but I don't recommend using it. Why? Why would you? Now, I'm going to give you an example. This here is my new coin account. These numbers, I'm sure you guys can't even read.
What put it? Holy shit. What?
Exactly. Now, here's the thing. Most of that is fiat until it isn't. So what's going to happen is Dad's going to make it real, and we're all going to be able to use it.
Wow. All right. If you need any helpers with that, just let me know.
Don't worry, like I said, nobody loses with Daddy. No one.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. That just blew my mind a little.
So he did tell me that that funding will come in from multiple directions to do what we have to do. So we'll have plenty. He told me that no matter what I did, I won't even make a dent in the wealth that he has for me. So this is one of the reasons why I say the only one that has more money than me is the creator himself. Especially when you operate the way that I do, Dad always replaces it. Always. Real. It's real.
Wow.
So that's why I say, we're going to rebuild everything and not even tip the bucket.
My heart rate went like that's fun. But see how it provides for those watching this, it provides excitement, comfort, peace, you know what I mean? Trust. How many
Well,
other guys on these channels would ever show their account like that? And have numbers like that? Like you say, I'm listening.
crickets, and I'm not going nowhere, right? I walk around anywhere. People notice me, just to this day. Oh, you're Smarty. Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Oh man, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I'm not worried about nothing, no one, anything, right? Like, hello.
You have a lifestyle. You just go about your business every day, and you're attracting in those you're either helping, interacting with, healing, whatever it might be. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do everything that I have to do. And not everything is hunky dory. There are some things happening behind the scenes that a lot of people may not agree with, but again, I do what Daddy wants me to do.
Okay.
So as long as you, others do what Dad wants you to do, who gives a fuck what anybody thinks about?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially if it's coming from Dad. Especially, if it's something that he wants done. And if you're being honest about it. If you're being honest about it, you're telling people how it is. If they have a problem with that, then they have a problem with Dad. I don't play games when it comes to Dad, and he tells me to do certain things. I'm gonna do it. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. I've already told you guys this before. Sometimes the things that I have to do is uncomfortable. You know, sometimes I gotta heal people that I don't want to. I would rather watch your ass die because I know the bad shit you did, right? Just this morning we were talking about Beyonce and what's his name, Tyler Perry, right? They have a chance to make it because Dad, you know, hey, if it was up to me, they'd be gone already. But he says he He wants them to turn and do what he wants them to do. So who am I to say no? We're going to kill them. You can't. If Dad tells me you gotta have them turn to the light, you gotta protect them. I ain't got a choice. I'm gonna do what Dad wants me to do. So if it's me protecting one of these dark individuals that the whole world knows you're dark, and we have to protect you from yourself, from the whole world, and from the people you was around, I have to do it because whatever Dad has you do after that, it's going to be good. I mean, think about it. Someone like Beyonce, we all see the dark shit she's doing. What if she turns, and what if all of her followers turn too?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same thing with Tyler Perry. We all know you guys are fucking puppets. What if y'all turn? What if y'all protected by the Almighty and his knucklehead son, and nothing can affect you no more, and you start doing right? What if? So you see, if Dad tells me to protect them, I don't have a choice because only he knows why. I mean, I know more or less why too, because of what I just stated.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I would have thought too.
Yeah, so okay, Daddy, you say so.
Yeah,
I mean, wait, what? Huh?
yeah. Wow. Wow. When you were talking about the XLM a few minutes ago, I flashed to about 20 years ago, a lot of people's pensions and retirement funds were drained. I don't remember the details, but it was Enron scandal. Like all of a sudden they went out of business, but they took all everyone's money. But that happens more often than we think. Like I know other companies, they go out of business, the money is gone, and they might even start up another business. But anyways, the money is drained. So who suffers is the common person. So I think in my mind that those people will be reimbursed, like they will receive restitution from Daddy when the time is right. Would you say that's correct?
That is 1,000% correct.
Okay,
And the sad part is that it happens literally every day.
yeah,
Matter of fact, it just happened what, last month, 2 months, 3 months ago. Everybody that paid into Social Security, right? A lot of those people didn't even get their checks.
yeah.
Why? Because they took it from your asses, and you volunteered for them to take it from you. You didn't even get a paycheck, dumbass.
So they'll receive their restitution is the big thing, you know. Although, you know, sadly, probably a lot of those people are no longer with us, you know, and they suffered a great deal. And, you know, they've worked all their lives. They, you know, they were innocent and they
Right,
did the best they could, you know, with the information they had at the time.
right. Yep,
Yeah,
that's what happened.
yeah. Okay. All right.
It
We had
happened.
we had a question a while ago. Is oil and gas like the blood of Earth?
That's a good question, and I would say yes. Bodies and bodies and bodies and bodies accumulated.
So maybe past civilizations.
Um, yeah, yes, you can say that.
That sucks.
Probably it's probably why they put it in your pills. Now don't now
Yeah.
they literally make pills. They make pills out of oil. Then you wonder why people have all these different problems when they pop in all these different pills.
Yeah.
But yes, I did do some research, and that's pretty much what what it comes from, layers and layers of bodies over a period of time, compressed, kind of like diamonds, but the opposite.
Okay. Yeah. So we've created an industry, and I don't mean we, but humans have created an industry where we're digging up the earth, we burn this stuff, and we create pollution, and of course, a way to get money and control and power. Wow.
Well, it wasn't the humans that did that. It was these entities that disguise themselves as humans.
Yeah.
Now you don't see pictures or videos of Indians digging wells for oil, do you?
No.
Yeah, so
Okay. Wow. Okay. Any other things you want to get out? I mean, I know you had so much this morning and so much, even last night you put out so many commands and posts. It was really good. So you're basically implying that the Israel thing will be the last battle. We're gonna see that like kind of wind down. And that's, I don't know if you froze up or not.
you just froze up.
Yeah. Well, anyways, it sounds like we're at a good resting spot for today, so. That's funny. Okay, everybody, thank you very much. I think we've lost Smarty for the day, but I feel like we were at a good spot anyway, so we'll be back again soon. I don't know if you can hear me, Smarty, but I guess we'll sign off. All right, bye, everybody. Yeah.